We are live. What is up, guys? This is the Dave and Josh show. My name is Dave, and this is
Josh. How are you all doing?
we as a whole community are currently going through a situation, but I am very alright myself. How are you?
Uh, well, I've not gone batshit crazy yet, so I'm all right.
What from this lockdown biz?
I don't mind being locked down. It's just watching the world burn.
Yes, it's another day. Well, you being in your home, not this situation, but
Well, it's like the Joker movie, all coming full circle.
I'm very tired. Dave this morning. I'm punching my mic and all sorts. Carry on, sorry.
No, it's the world starting to look more and more like the Joker movie than anything else at the moment. So, all depends how long the chaos is gonna.
My thoughts not to go on. I was gonna say my thoughts not to go too deep. Is I just think like it's completely ironic from going like everyone being so scaremongered from this COVID-19 to being completely like in groups. And I mean, there's great causes. I mean, there's some bad eggs amongst the bunch, but yeah, I get it needs to happen, but I mean, I don't know. I can't think of a solution, so I won't say too much more about that. But I do think it's a bit ironic. Everyone's so scared to be even near someone. I've been in like the shops, and then there's either someone that's like waiting a couple minutes while I'm looking at something. Say you're browsing, you think I don't know if I want that, and you don't really particularly want to fondle with the packet or anything like that. So you're sort of like, okay, do I want it? Yeah, I don't know. Some guys just up behind you waiting, spaced like 2 meters away from, which is great. But you get that, or you get someone who just goes right next to you and grabs it, and you think, what are you doing? And then you've got like now where it's just mass protests all over the world.
See, I don't have that problem with people trying to come near me. They look at me, I look at them, especially when I've got my face mask on. And it's like, yeah, we'll just wait. No, go past if you need to go past. No, it's fine. Just do what you're doing. We'll wait.
There was a situation where like there's the whole I don't know if any other country has this, but a lot of shops have like one-way systems through the shop. There's all like arrows and stuff. And my mum was telling me this funny story. Well, it's not a funny story, but I ended it with a joke. And apparently this woman was like completely just going the opposite direction to where she was meant to. And my mum was at the end of the aisle, and this woman just come in the wrong direction, was like saying, "Oh, sorry, I just need some like butternut squash or something." And I said to my mum, "You should have been like, oh, that's all right." And started coughing at her.
See, when I go to the shop, I follow what other people do. So if I forgot something, I see someone else go the same way I need to go, then I follow them. If anybody says what you're doing, I just say I'm just following them.
I had a funny situation myself. I went the wrong way down an aisle one time. I don't know. I basically was like, "Right, I need this. Right, where is this?" I've written a list. Where is this? I'm thinking I'm pretty certain it's around here, and I've gone the wrong way, not really paying attention. My bad. And then some woman was like, "Excuse me," and just pointed to the floor where there's an arrow. And I went, "What's that?" And she's like, "You're going the wrong way." And my instant thing was like, say something like, "Oh, trump her." And I was like, "Oh, sorry, you was just talking to your husband, like, because you're not meant to be in with other people in the store." And she was like, "I don't know this man." And he turns out to be like the local nutter. Which is quite funny. But later on, I found it like down a different aisle with her husband. So what can you do? We're breaking. I broke the rule once, but you're breaking the rule like consistently. Funny times. This 2020 should be like cancelled.
2020 is just a fucking shit show.
It really is.
Yeah, I thought 2019, 2018 were fucking bad, but my God.
Do you know what? Like, Americans have got great humor as well, but it's the English that I'm seeing a lot of stuff where it's like, oh, like you seen the Aliens? It's like, oh, 2020, we're up next. I'm nervous, and that's
Fuck, I'm nervous.
It's just thinking what else can go wrong, but like fucking situation, isn't it? That's the thing. Where do you even start with it? If you used to go, oh, okay, well, to your kids or grandkids, let me tell you a story about 2020. Also, I feel like someone said about in 2040 teaching, like a teacher telling the kids about 2020, and I think like a lot of stories you hear about, say like the plague or war or racial sort of like protests or like wars and stuff. I just feel like ours is that in the same year, so it's all in the same 6 months. So it's crazy.
Yeah,
you're gonna be like, oh, this happened, but also this happened, and this, and then like people writing this down in history books are gonna be like, what the fuck? There's so much to do, and it doesn't make sense to any of it. But month for month, it's a different situation.
It's I think it's I didn't realise I had a piece of ice out my iced coffee. I choked on it. No, I think when we get taught about this, or if I ever have kids and I need to teach them about 2020, I'm just going to put the Joker movie on.
It's so weird. There's so many references that have happened previously to sort of like what's happening now. I mean, like I was driving my car yesterday to the shop. No, day before yesterday to the shops, and there was like the Tupac Changes song, and it's just like this typical, and that's it's always happened anyway. This like racial discrimination, especially with police brutality and all that stuff in America, but there's loads of references to like lockdown in other songs and like movies and whatnot. I know people got creative minds, but it's like it's already happened exactly like this, and now it's just replaying.
See, if we don't end up getting some sort of Batman type of superhero from this, and like a Riddler type of villain or a Two-Face type of villain, I'm going to be pretty pissed off, because there's no way in hell that there's not going to be an orphan kid at the end of this who doesn't want revenge. No. But yeah, I don't know. So I asked you before we started the recording, have you heard of Thickwater?
I haven't, but spell it. Just like thick water, THICK.
Yeah, water.
Okay, yeah.
So
we don't pronounce our T's here. Thick water. Yes, go on.
It's apparently for some people. Well, it's for anybody who wants to try it, but it's that's something I do want to look at. It's for people with digestion problems who can't. It's more for swallowing problems. So, like, we can drink, like,
make it thicker, make it harder to drink.
Watery stuff. Am I able to screen share? Oh, I can. So, I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah.
So that's Thickwater, and there's like plenty of videos of people doing it. Oh my god! I thought he's cancelled. He got cancelled. So as you see, do not drink thick water. Blah blah blah. It's because it's that thick. It's like drinking slime. I don't mean the shitty watery slime people get baths in. I mean proper full-on slime. I can't use any of them videos. See if there's a website.
That's so weird. And what? It's meant to help you. It's meant to help you swallow, but
it's for people. It's for people who have.
Let me just read. I'll read that out loud. If someone with swallowing problems drinks water, juice, or coffee, it can travel down the throat so quickly that the muscles and nerves used for swallowing don't act quickly enough, and some of the liquid can get into the lungs. Thickened drinks move more slowly, giving the body more time to control the direct the fluid towards the stomach. That just sounds like it's more of a case of if you drink too fast and you end up breathing at the same time. You know, when you go like, oh, I went down the wrong hole. Sounds like that. Just don't breathe in while you're drinking. Take a nice big breath of air and then drink. Don't be so silly.
It's for people who've like had strokes and whatnot.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Who's lost all the control of, the muscles in the neck and stuff.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
So
They made me sound really horrible now. I didn't really consider that.
No, a lot of people don't. So what I was thinking at some point when we start getting more viewers and stuff, we each get a flavour of your choice because they do coffee and orange and stuff. I think they do apple juice as well.
I want the apple juice one. I want the best flavour ever. Part of me just thinks it's like you're going to be able to chew it when you do it.
Here we go.
I imagine it dissolves. Once it's in the stomach, it dissolves, imagine. Like
it's trying to get it down.
Yeah.
Say they even do powder to thicken up just natural stuff.
My question to you: how have you discovered this? Is this like a internet thing at the moment, or is this you've just come across it?
I watched Markiplier and Crank Games. They're doing a channel together called Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
About time people start watching this, I doubt the channel's going to be up because it's only a year thing they're doing.
Okay.
And I think there's like 106 days left before the entire channel gets wiped out.
Yeah.
And they would, I wouldn't say taking the piss out of it. It was like they were trying to make their own thick water. So, obviously Mark eats fucking corn and drinks the juice out of the corn thinking it'll thicken it up. And then he tries peanut butter.
Yeah.
But then they decide to order some and do another video on it. And yeah, it looks really brutal to try and drink. And then other day, another channel I watch called the LA Beast.
Yep.
I don't know if you've heard of him.
I think I have, yeah.
He does all the gauntlet challenges with food. His best videos are where he's eating cactus and stuff with the spikes. And he breaks his own record. So everyone's drinking 2 litres of it.
Right.
And he ends up drinking over 3 litres. But yeah, it's...
I'm actually just watching a video right now. I just thought I'd have a look myself just to sort of just get how thick this water really is. It didn't look too thick when this guy poured it into a cup, but he poured it back in and it looked a little thicker. I won't play the audio, but now he's got a sponsor. Let me just go. That's regular water. Oh, it's like lumpy, or like there is like water to it, but it's like clumpy in places.
Yeah, it's like slime.
Yeah, he's moving it. That's like gel. He's moving it around the cup. I don't want to drink this.
I just think it'd be funny for the viewers to have something to laugh at. Obviously, if they're watching the channel. If they're listening to it, then I don't think it'll sound quite nice.
I'll give a little. I haven't played the audio, so I actually can't hear it. But like this, it does look quite funny. Badlands Chugs. is the YouTube channel I'm watching currently. He's drinking it from a foot glass. It's like a boot glass. Badlands chugs.
Is it is he a big African American man?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of LA's Beast's competitors when doing challenges.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah, go subscribe to that guy. He seemed quite funny, but yeah, he's basically got like a sort of, I want to say little. It's like a pint glass with like a foot boot thing. Drinking that and it's pouring, and it's like it looks like gel. Imagine that hitting the back of your throat. Drinking like thick soup, but thinking it's water.
So
yeah, I'll give it a go, but
I do recommend keeping it in the fridge until the day we use it.
I don't know if I should like melt it down just so I can cheat. Warm it up so it's like really runny. No, I won't cheat.
Just tip it out and just add a bit of water to it, shake it up.
Well, the Dwayne The Rock Johnson, he done a like a tequila. I think it was tequila. He done like a tequila challenge. Some guy was like, "Oh, drink as much." Yeah, and he's like backing it, and I was thinking like he's not even doing the whole bottle. And I was like, to be fair, like he is quite athletic. He's probably doesn't drink that often. I know he has his own drinking, like his own alcohol. And yeah, he does it. And he's like, "Oh, it's just water." And I was like, "Got me. You got me." Fucking me.
I saw it, and it was when I had shit news, and that actually made my day.
Mm.
So I don't know if you can see it from here, but I've got a new new thing to my collection of Lego statues behind me.
I can't see too well. It is quite small.
So if I quickly do this.
Mind the butt crack.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if you can hear from me.
A little bit laggy at the moment.
So I'm losing weight. I've lost quite a bit of weight. I was nearly at 25 stone.
Oh, nice.
And I've lost quite a bit. I'm closer to 20 stone than I am 25. So
you need a belt for Christmas.
I've got belts, but at the moment I can't really wear them.
Why?
With my stomach the way being saggy the way it is from losing weight, it doesn't, until I can tone it up, I can't.
Mm.
So this is one of the best fucking Lego sets ever.
What is that? Like Harry Potter or something?
It's Hagrid, the owl.
What, from Harry Potter?
Yeah. I'll give you 3 guesses without looking it up. How much do you think it was?
Spin it around, like slowly. Oh, I'm not. I love Lego, but I don't collect it. So I would not know. I'm going to go with what I'd probably pay for that. 45.
Ooh, close.
50.
No, down.
40.
No.
Is it between or is it?
It was £35.
Okay, that's a decent price. Yeah, especially if you're a Harry Potter fan. I am not. The fact that it moves is sick as well.
That's the only reason why I bought it, because we raise owls.
Yeah.
So I saw it, and I don't really care for it being Harry Potter. I mean, I've not really enjoyed Harry Potter since I don't know.
Since before it was made.
No, I enjoyed all the movies. It's just you watch them once, you don't need to watch them again.
Yeah, well, I didn't need to watch them the first time, and I still don't need to watch them. Shite. I've never been a Star Wars. I've never been a Harry Potter fan. I don't know. I've seen parts of it. I always had this weird gripe with Harry Potter. I think what was the first one? It was like Chamber of Secrets or something.
No, the first one was Sorcerer's Stone, but in the States it was over here it was the Philosopher's Stone, and in the States it was the Sorcerer's Stone. That's the only movie title they had to change.
Yeah, and I was in school like year 4 or something at the time, primary school, and they put it on, and I remember being like, oh, this is shit. Do you know when like in school they used to bring out the TV and everyone was like, oh yay. When I saw Harry Potter, I don't know why, I was kind of like, well, it's a bit crap watching it, and I was like, this is bollocks, man. I never liked it, and then just throughout my life, everyone loved it. I've just been so like, something about it is just
that's me
silly.
with that's me with most of the shit these days.
It's not the word I was going to use, but it's like.
But yeah, I mean,
Star Wars is the fucking bollocks.
The thing is, with the Hegwood, if you don't want the Harry Potter stuff to it, you don't have to.
Yeah. It's fucking been there. No joke. I don't hate Harry Potter that bad. I just don't care for it.
We've just lost half the viewers.
No, well, no. The thing is, what I don't get is, well, it's not like I don't get it, but like, you know, a load of things come back into fashion and all that sort of stuff. So Harry Potter became massive again, like what, a year or 2 ago. I don't get it. Like, I maybe they brought out something I didn't see or watch, or
they fetched out the prequels.
Oh, okay.
Well, everyone says they're not prequels, but it's before Harry Potter. But Albus Dumbledore and all the other characters are in it, like when they were younger. So to me, that's a prequel.
In my eyes, people who like challenge me and say Star Wars is worse than Harry Potter, I've had a few of those. I just think, well, what's been going longer? And it's been over 2 different producers or labels. I don't know what you'd call it. It was George Lucas before Lucasfilms, and now it's Disney. Well, I think it's Disney Lucasfilms, but like still.
No. Disney only bought the Star Wars name. Lucasfilms is still Lucasfilms.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
sure. George Lucas still owns Lucasfilms.
Oh.
They still have the input. So if something doesn't go right with like the TV series or the games, they can say, right, it's not getting released. Just because Disney owns Star Wars doesn't mean they own the rights to everything else.
Do you know what I saw recently? I don't know if you've seen it. So I haven't seen any Star Wars movie after Rogue One. I haven't got around to it. What?
I hate that movie.
I had it. Do you know what? I had it on Blu-ray. Someone bought it for me at like my birthday or Christmas or something. And I hadn't got around to it, and I just randomly was like, oh, it's locked down. I'm just going to watch it. So good. Such a good movie.
I don't know if it's me being critical of like, oh, God, that movie didn't need to be made. I mean,
I don't think it did. It was good, but I don't think it did.
I didn't enjoy it. I love Star Wars. I even went to Cineworld and watched it in that 4DX. No, with the motion seats and smells. And stuff.
Yeah.
And I just didn't enjoy it. I just thought, wow, that was. I'm not saying it's the worst movie I've seen.
No,
but I'm saying.
It's not as bad as Attack of the Clones.
No. I mean, Attack of the Clones is fucking way better than
Rogue One.
Well, it depends on your view. I mean,
Attack of the Clones is the worst to me.
Attack
of
the Clones. If George Lucas didn't go crazy on the CGI like he did, it would have been perfect. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, all the stormtroopers, are all clones and blah blah blah. I still don't think they needed to use CGI.
I don't think the story was as compelling. Is that the word? I mean,
it's definitely one of the weakest ones in the series.
Yeah, 1,000%.
I don't think it's as bad as everyone says it is.
I I've got strong opinions against it.
See, have you ever heard of a movie called Pride and Prejudice versus Zombies?
Yeah.
I know it's two different genres, but seriously, try and get even halfway, because if you get halfway, that's longer than I lasted in the movies.
I've never walked out of the movies.
I have. I've done it a few times.
I couldn't. I paid for it. I'm like, I'm going to sit here and watch this crap. I've seen a few bad movies, but
I generally don't like walking out. But if the movie's that bad, I'm not going to sit there. I'd rather just sit outside and listen to the birds scream at each other. I don't mean females. I mean actual birds.
There's a few birds outside. Some females just screaming at each other. With the Star Wars thing, I've always been backwards on it, because you talk to anyone that's like a true Star Wars fan, there was always like, oh yeah, the original trilogy, A New Hope, The Return of the Jedi, and Empire Strikes Back. Was it Return of the Jedi or Return of the Sith? Return of the Jedi, wasn't it?
Yeah, Return of the Sith was third.
Yeah. Or the
episode 3, 6.
Yeah. Thank you for helping me. It all gets a bit confusing, but and some reason I never was really into sci-fi. I am here and there, but the Phantom Menace was always played at like Christmas and like on TV, and it was just like rammed down my throat. And then one time, like I saw a little bit of the Phantom Menace here, and then saw a bit another time. And one time I was watching the pod racing bit, and I was like, this is quite interesting actually. And I just sat there and watched the rest of the movie from there, and I was like, that was quite good. So then I gave like other movies a go, and then I come back to Attack of the Clones to watch it in the right order. And I was like, this is shit. This is so boring. Like, and I don't think I've got a bad word to say about any Star Wars movie, but that one is just boring. Don't know what it is.
See, if you asked a Omega Star Wars fan, I mean a top tier fan, they won't give a rat's ass about the prequels or the new trilogy.
That's what I'm saying.
The only Star Wars movies out there to them, what are real Star Wars and canon, are the original trilogy.
Yeah. No, like they're great, but I don't know. Phantom Menace got me into it, which a lot of people are, and it's still probably one of my favorites. I don't know why. I do not know why, but it is really good. A lot of people give it hate, but yeah, everyone loves like Empire Strikes Back and the original 3. But I'll give it to Phantom Menace. But then again, you got some Star Wars fans that are full open arms for the is it 3 or 4 now? The new ones. There's been a few, isn't there?
The newest 3 are 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, what are they? Mandalorian?
No, Mandalorian's the Disney Plus series.
Oh, is it? So I haven't seen it. So
I've been planning on watching it, but I've not watched it because I have to be in the mood to watch stuff. No, it's Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, which was fucking terrible, and the Last Skywalker, which was a lot better than Last Jedi.
Is Rogue One not one of those then?
No, Rogue One is a prequel, just like the Solo movie.
Oh, fucking hell, what? I think then. I guess it will look confusing with the timeline.
Yeah, see, the Han Solo one I have not watched, just because it's supposed to be about young Han Solo. But the actor they used was the same age as Harrison Ford.
When he originally done it?
Yeah. So it makes no sense. Instead of using someone in early teens, early 20s, they use someone who's the exact same age as what Han was when you first meet him. And it makes no sense.
Young Indiana Jones.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposed to be a prequel, but yet again, you're not taking it serious.
You were saying about 4. Is it 4DX?
Yeah.
I've never gone to one of those. I've been to one close to it. It's not with like, the rumbling seats and stuff. I saw the film Fury. What's his name? I was going to say Tom Hanks, not Brad Pitt, and what's Even Stevens' name? I can't remember his name.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, and them lot. But and the Punisher geezer. That was really good. But yeah, no, with a 4DX, I can't remember what I was going to say, but I had something else in my mind anyway. I've seen the Phantom Menace in 3D, and I remember that was something, not walking out, because it was good. I liked the movie anyway. The entire film was not 3D. And there was one bit in the pod racing bit where he has something detaches and he has like a little magnet pole and he pulls it so it links back again. But he does that and it's like coming out 3D. And I was like, I've worn glasses like the entire movie for that. What's the point of that? I think it's like, what was the... And then I don't think they ever done a 3D Star Wars of the original 6 again. No. So I was like, I can't wait to see the next one. But
see, 3D, reason why you don't see it anymore is it that it didn't work.
It doesn't work too well.
We're not at the technology. It's like we had 3D back in, I think it was the 60s with the red and blue glasses. And then it didn't work. And then they fetched it back out again in the 80s. And it didn't work. So unless we're at the technology to where 3D then turns to 4D, so then you actually get him actually walking out the screen towards you, then until then, I think it's just a dead technology.
Well, I'm living off nostalgia here, but in Universal Studios in Florida, I had the 3D glasses and I saw Terminator 2 or maybe 1. It could have been 3. Who the fuck knows anymore? But it was one of them. I'm pretty certain it was 2. Who's the one that was that little ginger kid? Was that 2?
Ginger kid?
I can't remember. I'm not the biggest Terminator fan, but...
Are you talking about the Terminator 4D show in Universal?
It was originally 3D. I was like fucking 7 at the time, but...
Yeah, it's turned to 4D.
Okay.
It's last time I went, you get the glasses still, but I don't think I don't think it's changed because real actors pop out of the screen.
Okay.
But the first time I went to Universal Studios was for my 10th birthday, and I didn't get to do Universal. I did Islands of Adventure.
Yeah, which is good to do.
Only when I went with school, I did Universal, and I went to see Terminator.
Yeah.
Not sure if they changed it from when you went to when I went.
I imagine so. I mean, you're short of a year older than me, aren't you?
Yeah.
So if you was about 10, I went several times to Florida. I went like 3 times. So yeah, when I went, I remember going, this is the best 3D movie ever. And it still remains like the most 3D. There was all sorts of things coming out and yeah, it was sick.
You know what we need to do, don't you, on 1 year? Once everything's sorted and there's nothing trying to kill us or anything else, I think we need to go and do fucking live streams and podcasts at Universal.
That'd be sick.
I mean, we need to have a high enough. We need to have a high enough view count to actually allow them to let us record there. Because I've seen people do podcasts there.
You can do a vlog there. I'm sure.
Well, we'll just go there and fucking smash every ride. If we do around October time, we can do Halloween Horror Nights.
Fuck's sake.
If you've never done
scared of rides.
If you've never done Halloween Horror Nights, you're in for a fucking treat.
Oh mate. So I've had a few times someone say let's do Thorpe Park, which is an English theme park, at Halloween, and I'm like, I'm scared of rides as it is, and why would I want to be like someone jumping out at me? I'm like, gonna probably punch them or something, being scared. And now you want to go to America, where most of the rides are potentially bigger for the most part.
You need to come to one of the horror fests with me, because I used to scare the people.
I can't deal with that. I've seen some videos of like I think it was a Saw one. It was like is that what you kind of you walk through? That's all it is. It's just you walk.
Yeah, it's just a walk through. It's not a ride.
Yeah, and then
too dangerous to put on rides.
Yeah. Mate.
See,
I'll give it a go, but fucking hell.
But that'd make good content. See,
especially me screaming like a little girl. Yeah.
When I go to horror places, they're not allowed to interact with you. So if you know they're there and you know whereabouts they're about to jump, because obviously they've only got a split second to hide again. So if you time it right in the line, you can see where they jump out. So before they jump out, you look dead at them and just say, "Oh, hi, how you doing? How's your night going?" And they're like, completely lose character. They're like looking at you like, "Why aren't you scared? What?"
Meanwhile, you'll probably be doing that, and I'm next to you, going fucking like scared the shit out of me. So they're like looking, going, "Oh, he ain't scared, but he's a pussy."
Yeah.
I'll give it a go, but fucking hell. I mean, they're right near where I used to live, the London Bridge experience, which is basically, I think, a walk. I never did that, to be fair, because again, I have no fucking. What's this? Scam results. Fuck off. Some virus on my computer or something. Some like walk through, like people scaring you and all that sort of stuff. I never had the stones to do it, so.
I tell you what else would be good. And I think we'll have to do it when you finally get down here.
Drinking thick water while you're on a roller coaster getting scared.
That'd be impressive, considering you're not allowed to do that. No, I think we need to go on a 2-person ghost hunt.
Why say all these things? Do you know what? You're a horror fan, aren't you?
I am, but I'm not.
Fucking hate horror movies.
Not a fan of the new shit, because the new shit's boring.
Yeah, that was just jump scares, isn't it? Well, it still gets me, but still.
It's like The Conjuring. I walked out of that. Because I was that fucking bored. It's like, well, that wouldn't happen, but why is it saying? It's like Annabelle. I refuse to watch Annabelle because they use a shitty, what's supposedly scary doll, what looks like a crackhead prostitute. That's not scary. That's just a doll what looks like it's been poorly looked after. The real Annabelle is a Raggedy Ann doll. And they are not scary.
Well, even oh my god, I'm going to admit something. Toy Story 4. Is it Mabel? What's her name? No. What's her name? It's like Gabby. That was her name. Pretty certain. Gabby. She was fucking scary, and it was Toy Story.
Scary?
And I know it wasn't. No, sorry. Gabby wasn't scary. She was creepy, but it's the fucking dolls, the guy dolls. What the fuck were they called?
Oh,
the guy dolls in Toy
you mean the puppets?
Yeah, they were creepy as fuck.
Yeah,
the guys in little suits.
You know why that is, don't you?
What?
Did you ever watch Goosebumps as a kid?
Yeah. I can't remember that well. Yeah.
That's why, because one of the main villains they reused in that was exactly the same as that. And fear lies in the back of your conscience. So when you're watching something and something pops up, what you were scared as a kid, it pops up. And that makes you start thinking, oh, fuck. Why is it there? What the fuck?
I had a guy. I had a friend when I was younger who was deaf, and his dad was deaf, and I was very young at the time, and his dad used to come around sometimes and speak like sign language to my mum and me. It's like I learned a little bit of sign language when I was younger. I can't remember it that well. And he used to come around every now and then. It just randomly pop up, knock at the house, and just speak to us. And then one time, it was like really late at night, and I was really young. I think I was like 6, and I had like a front door, or my mum and dad's house. There's a front door window bit, and there's this guy just pokes his head through, and he's looking around. And I think I heard something at the front door. I've looked down the stairs, and I can see this guy just looking around. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I think my mum's heard or something. She's like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "There's a guy at the front door." And she's like, "Don't look, don't get away from the door." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's like my mate's dad. It's my mate's dad." And he's like, "No, it ain't him." I've obviously just confused the two people. And yeah, I think someone's trying to not burgle the house, but like they're being creepy as fuck. But yeah, that shit is fucking haunting. That was like 20-something years ago.
See,
bearing in mind, my mum went into the garden recently with all this SpaceX satellite Starlink stuff. She's got in the garden, she's looking around, and apparently someone was reaching over the back gate of my mum and dad's house, trying to open them, like trying to break in. As my mum was in the garden. It's fucking creepy, man.
Going back to Raggedy Ann.
Mm.
Well, Annabelle. I'd rather have one of them fucking chase me about. Look how creepy they are.
Yeah, they are creepy.
Look how creepy they are. But yet they choose that one.
That's creepy as fuck, though.
That's not that. If I saw that try and chase me or try and kill someone, I'd run up to it and fucking boot it.
The thing is, like, I know there's dolls similar to that, but like, it looks like it's everything it's trying to. Yeah,
that's creepier than that.
You kick one.
You kick that one.
It's
going to get back up. It's not going to break. You kick that one hard enough, it's just going to shatter as soon as it hits the floor or the wall.
Yeah.
It's not going back.
Rosie from Rosie and Jim.
Well, seriously.
Imagine Rosie running after you.
I mean, seriously. Look at that one. Look at that one. Tell me you won't want that chasing you.
I just fucking hate puppets, man. Like, all that sort of shit. Do you know what? Like, clowns aren't scary to me, but all this, like, you know, when people running down the street chasing you, like, and they're clowns and they've got like a knife or a big axe or something. You can't tell me that shit ain't fucking scary as fuck. Like, I've walked down some alleys before and I'm pissed out of my head. I've come out from a late night like club or something. I'm walking down an alley and then I see someone. I'm thinking, shit, it's just like, am I gonna die? I've seen videos of like clowns, like these video YouTube sort of skits, where there's like someone laying on the floor and they've got a big axe and they just like bang their head. It's obviously fake. There's blood goes everywhere. You turn around, you telling me you ain't gonna be like, nice one, mate, and just carry on walking. You're gonna fuck and run. If they start chasing you, I'm just thinking they're gonna grab my foot and I'm gonna like just be pulled into a pit of like clowns.
See,
and they're gonna.
I don't have that problem. My fear. I swear down, it's non-existent. There is a few things where I think, maybe. But it's I don't honestly. I do not have the ability to be scared. But I know there's. If I look at something like the clown with the balloon, tend to smash someone's head open. It's either going to be a watermelon, or it's going to be a balloon full of Jello.
Or you're in fucking London and it's real.
Well, even if it's real.
That's what I mean. I'm going around London and you hear all these stories about people getting murdered and shit. And I'm thinking like, that's probably fucking real. And it probably looks like a watermelon to the T, but knowing at that time, my mind's just going, shit, it's someone's real head.
See,
it makes no sense. There's bits of watermelon flinging out everywhere, and I'm like, oh, it's like it's inside. That's the brain.
See,
Go on.
It's like Jack the Ripper. Me, yeah. I would probably be murdered by Jack the Ripper because I can guarantee you I would have walked up to him and tried to talk to him.
Just more her.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they found out that it was a Polish guy, according to the DNA, what was on evidence and stuff. I mean, it could be, I mean, it's what, a 200-year-old
tale.
Yeah, so you'll never know. Unless you go back in time and go, oh, what's your name?
Oh, it's Jack. Oh, just Jack.
Okay, then. Beep. Thank you.
999 on your mobile phone into your 200.
Oh, wait, there's no satellites. Shit.
I've actually gone through Whitechapel and it's just Whitechapel, isn't it? Yeah, all like that. Really late in the morning, like 3 a.m., 5 a.m. Around that time, I've come from clubs, and I've walked like half hour to get back home. And I'm like, there was one bit I remember. I went down some fucking alley, and it was like a load of people, and they all sort of like look around at me as I've walked down this alley, and I'm like, I've gone into the wrong fucking like area. I'm just gonna get fucking stabbed up mopeds and all that sort of shit. And you hear about it, and I'm thinking like, I'm fucking done for, aren't I? What have I got? I've got these. There's in Troy. Like, I can't even fucking defend myself well. But I sound like a complete pussy, man. Fuck this.
There was only
I got
two.
To punch someone on camera just to prove my strength.
In reality, there was only 2 people, but you were seeing double of everything.
Yeah, probably true. Fucking absolute pissed out my head.
I know you haven't played it, and this is why I think you need to play it. Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Yeah. It's London, isn't it?
Yeah. But the DLC for it, you fight Jack the Ripper.
Mm.
And it's...
Really?
Yeah, seriously. I'm not going to spoil it for you because it's a game you do need to play because the DLC fucking blows your mind. Everyone says it's a shit Assassin's Creed game, but it's not. It's one of mine.
I have heard Syndicate is quite decent, especially it makes sense to me. I mean, London and whatnot, but that's like I liked all the previous ones, but I've never been to Italy or France, and so yeah, I love it like games set in London because I'm like, oh, that's real and that's not. I mean, perfect example, Watch Dogs. What's the new one called? Legion. Yeah, it's like they show Camden. I mean, the amount of times I've been to Camden in London, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly like true. It's near the is it Black Horse Market? I can't even call it the stables. There's a Black Horse basically, and yeah, it's near the stables. and I'm like, that's true, but that's not. What the fuck's that? I'm like, it does this, and then you get to this point, and then you see Cyberdog, and yeah, everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. It's common knowledge with Camden. But yeah, no, it's this. They've made some parts up, some not. Where's the Banksy artwork as well?
See, the new Watch Dogs, just like Watch Dogs 2. When I got into Watch Dogs 2, I kind of enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy it at the same time.
I had the same thing with Watch Dogs 1. So actually, sorry, before we carry on with that, I was always like, yeah, I like Watch Dogs. Such a great concept. It was a lot more scaled back. I think a lot of people know that. It was kind of like what they showed on press conferences and stuff, or whatever you call it, like gameplay. It looked amazing, and then they sort of scaled some things back. I'm not overly fussed with that, but it looked amazing. Played it. It was good, but it lacked something. Watch Dogs 2 had to bring in something that it didn't. I never played Watch Dogs 2, but recently I had a memory on like Facebook or something where I've recorded it and put it up to Facebook years and years ago. And I was watching it, I was like, Watch Dogs was a bit of a good game. It wasn't perfect, but it was a bit of a good game. But from what I hear, Watch Dogs 2 wasn't overly like better.
Watch Dogs 2 was. It's a struggle. It's a struggle to like any of the characters. Not because of who they are or the race or anything like that. It was the main character was fucking arrogant. Even going towards the end of the game, instead of learning a lesson like you do in the first one, you learn fuck all in this one.
Yeah. Legion looks good. I just don't think it looks all that much different from 1 and 2 in terms of gameplay. I feel like it's going to be the same old fucking thing. And that granny thing, you can play as a granny, can't you? It looks funny, but for like what, 2 seconds?
See, they say you can have up to 20 different characters, and if your character dies, your character permanently dies. So
I like that permadeaths. Yeah,
you have to find someone else to join back up to your group. But I think in that aspect of the game, it's going to get boring real fast.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you've got a character who you like, who you've spent hours working, one false move, and he dies. That's it. Unless you've got a backup save, you're going to have to restart the entire game just to keep that character.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I often love... I love making your own characters. I love creating a lot of things like Sims and stuff like that, like making it how I want it to be. And this is why I think I just love games in general, where if you're like, oh, okay, here is like Last of Us, and I want to get onto this in a second, but like Joel, they put a whole story behind Joel. And it's like, I wouldn't want it to be a case of you could lose Joel just because the way you play the game. And then you've got to be some random person. You think, oh, this is shit. That'd be crap. Because I'd be like, well, I'd rather not play it like that. I'd rather restart my game. Just hopefully, like, keep them alive.
So, I see you took my... I don't know if the video's up at the moment. Should be. But last time I said I recommended that you play the...
Mastered Last of Us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So... I know we've been talking off camera and stuff about it, and I know you think the mechanics are the same because it was like a year and a month difference in release. I don't know how you get remastered that fast, but you know.
But So to touch on what you're saying, basically, I loved Last of Us. There was slight aspects I feel like. Slight aspects I think like I almost like not slept on, but I couldn't remember them. Just like the actual storyline, and watching it back, I'm a bit more interested, and I'm like, oh wow, okay, like I get that a little bit more, I understand that a little bit more because I didn't really like Tess originally. I just thought she was a prick. I don't know why, but in this one, like replaying it, I'm sort of like, she's not a prick. She's just kind of like doing her thing. I don't know. I don't know why I ever thought that. But then again, it was 2013 it came out. So that was a good 7 years ago when I was about 19. No, I was 20.
The thing with Tess is she was... I think she is more of a bossy older sister type of character. I know she's Joel's love interest or whatever, but the way she acts is more like a older bossy sister.
She's a bit of a like I want to say the word rogue. She's sort of she kind of goes around and everyone's like, oh, you know, I owe Tess and stuff. Like you've seen letters. It's like, I've come across letters and it's like, oh, must get this back to Tess before, you know, she kicks off basically. But she seems like a nice character, just you know, bit bossy. But I don't know why I originally hated her so bad. But yeah, going back to what you were saying. So I never really play. I don't think I've ever played a remastered game, not intentionally, at least. I rarely ever play games. I complete and I'm like, cool. Even if I love them, I'm more often like, if I replay it, it's going to be different. It's going to be shit or it's boring or give up halfway. Metal Gear Solid 4 was it's basically the only game I think I've ever played. I've completed it in every single difficulty, I think, and I've played it on easy again as well. But yeah, playing remastered because what you said, I wanted to get my fiance into it because I've been hyping up Last of Us 2 for the longest time. And because it's free on PlayStation Network like a month or two ago, am I right saying that?
Like yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, well...
I've got a song stuck in my head.
I could sort of see... but yeah, I thought, well, I've got nothing to lose, so I replay it. Instantly, I'm like, this feels, from what I remember, the PS3, like it's not clunky. It's no way clunky, which I find is quite funny because it came out around about the time Grand Theft Auto 4 came out. Was it 5? Is it 5? Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, G5.
Yeah, which is 2013, just before the PlayStation 4. And yeah, I feel like that's way clunkier, but there's just it's kind of basic to an extent. I feel like it goes, right, okay, here's a room. You've got 3 clickers. One, I do you know that's something I completely forgot. There's they call that runners. You know, like they can see and hear you, and they sort of like run at you and stuff. Like clickers, sort of runners run at you, but clickers run at you, but they can't see you. I completely forgot. I thought the whole game was on clickers. Completely forgot that. But yeah, and it's kind of like, oh, here's that situation, and here's a bottle, here's a brick, and you've basically got to use these just to get past them, or you can kill them. And you kind of feel like, it's very limiting to that. And I've watched a video recently explaining that there's different ways to deal with it. It's sort of similar, but like there's different ways to deal with it, and also it's a lot more grander scale, like somewhat bigger than Uncharted 4 in aspects, which is amazing. So you have to get around in boat, or you have to get around in horseback and stuff. You wonder how that plays out with clickers and all sorts about. What I love about the game is something that no game really does often, at least. I think Insurgency is sort of like a good example. The guns in it feel fucking powerful. So you've got you got like a normal pistol, you've got like a Magnum, or you've got like a rifle. As far as I've got, at least at the moment. But some guys run in and you shoot them, and like they might not die because you might get like a shoulder shot. I think I have had a headshot and they ain't died, but often you don't get like a hit marker like Call of Duty, but you get like a shoulder shot and they just don't get up, and you're thinking, I don't know if he's going to get up, because there was no like real, like, well, I say real, there's no like hit marker like you get on a lot of video games where like the person goes down and you're sort of like, he's dead, or it goes kill, or like you've killed this person. They're just down and you're thinking, fuck. There was a situation where there's a corridor here, and I'm behind a bench and they've just both walked there. And I was like, well, this guy's going to see me first because the bench thing ends just short here. So I was kind of like, I have to shoot him, but he's got armor. So I was like, oh, so I need my rifle to shoot his armor, but I need like a normal gun to shoot him, and I'm worried about ammo. But I quickly just like peeked up, got him with a revolver, had to shoot him like twice. He's moving around in there. This guy is running at me like with riot gear. I've got him with the rifle, and that guy's like still running around. I'll come back to him, shot him with a revolver, and he stayed down. And then there's more guys running at me. And I'm thinking, is he just going to get back up? He's going to get back up. And I quite like that because it's kind of like, it just kind of feels like bang and silence rather than it being like bang, chook, like some weird little noise or some like indication that, you know, you killed this guy. So yeah, I love that because it gives it a little bit more scare factor, like you're on edge.
Yeah.
But yeah, the new one as well, where like the crawling fact, like the fact that you can be under. There's, I think they said it in the PlayStation State of Play, where you're like crawling under a truck, and apparently if you wait there too long, eventually they'll just check under the truck, and you think, oh, that's like scary because they'll just pull you out probably and start like fucking you about. But I'm interested in this game. I can't wait to play Last of Us 2. I haven't played the DLC either before, so that'll be interesting when I get to it.
Without spoiling anything for anyone who's listening to you, whereabouts are you in the game?
I have try not to spoil it. I have met someone in a garage who leaves traps.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not there, so I think I'm short of like halfway, if I recall.
Right, without spoiling anything, my end. When you hit the snowy point in the game, that's the perfect time to do the DLC.
Okay, right, yeah. So like pause it and then do the DLC.
Yeah, because it leads into it.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of completing the main story and then doing the DLC actually is a part of that part of the game.
Yeah.
So
okay, yeah, I'll do that.
That's the best way to play it.
Yeah. I've never heard anyone say that, so yeah, okay, cool.
It's just not many people know about it because people think it's just a separate part of the game. But it's not.
Often DLCs though, aren't they? So,
yeah, this is actually part of that mission. But I think the reason why they took it out and made it its own DLC is because it would have made the game twice as long. But it's definitely worth doing it that way.
Did you hear that the Last of Us 2 is not having a multiplayer straight away?
Yeah, I heard that they're doing it separate. They're making it into a separate game instead of having it forcing you down your throat to have it on the main game. I think they're doing it like all the other games now because I feel like it's going to be more like a Royale game mode than it is what it was on the first one.
Yeah. I barely played that first one. It was kind of like you've got two factions. I mean, like to get the platinum trophy, like you couldn't get it. You had to. It was very specific, if I remember rightly.
See, that's what I like about the remasters. They take out the trophies what I do for online. So the trophies you didn't get before won't stop you from getting a platinum this time.
Yeah.
So either they've changed them out to replace them trophies, but I don't think games should put, unless it's a multiplayer only game, I don't think they should put multiplayer trophies on a story-based game.
Well, there's so many people that it's surprising to me because I love multiplayer and I know you do as well. But there's so many people that hate multiplayer, and they pure play like single player games. And you think, well, for them, they'll never play. Like there might be trophy hunters or achievement hunters, whatever, but they'll never play online. So you think, well, to what extent do you just go, well, I can't get it then, can I?
So I can love it or leave it. I don't. If there's people on, like if you're on, I'll come and join you.
Yeah.
But if I'm on by myself, I don't really care for multiplayer. I mean, Call of Duty is different because I'm trying to get all the guns gold, which I'm like, I don't know, I'd say 25% the way done.
Call of Duty is weird though. I feel like I can play that. It's more like a solo game in my eyes. I feel like you don't really talk tactics. So it's like, it was pointless. Unless you're like, oh, watch out for that guy that just killed me that you're in that room with. But like, it's not, you don't really do that many call outs. Like, but I'm a massive fan of like Rainbow Six Siege, where it's like, oh yeah, do this and then do this and then do this. And it's constant conversation. It relies on teamwork.
See,
I feel like Call of Duty is just all like fuck about arcade.
Plunder is more for teamwork.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Warzone and that.
Yeah, but multiplayer, unless you're working on core team deathmatch or something, then you're not going to get it. You don't get it on hardcore. Hardcore is you're on a team, but it's every man for yourself.
Yeah.
Themselves. But yeah, did you hear about the rumor what spread from I think it was a Belgian version of Amazon
About what?
about the PS5?
No.
Apparently, it's been taken down now, but over there, apparently you can pre-order the PS5 already.
I should have enough money. I've been by not working for this situation. I am like grasping, clasping, whatever the word is, holding on to as much money just in case the PlayStation goes bam, order it now, and I'm like, fuck, get it, because apparently the limited like PlayStation.
See,
and there's no way I'm missing out unless it's getting it this year. If it's
the thing is, I have to fucking also save for a new computer.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's like £2,020 or $89.
Mm.
So I'll obviously get the PS5, but I do need the PC because this one's out of date and it's slowing down. And obviously, I need it to do my recordings for my personal channel, and to do this podcast.
Mm.
But apparently the PS5 will be able to play properly PS2 and PS3, and apparently it enhances the graphics.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
naturally,
it's just a rumor at the moment from what I've read. But it's
I don't know how. There's certain things I don't understand. So like sometimes I'm just sort of like, well, it doesn't sound like it'd be real, but like, well, not real. But I don't know how that would work. But I don't develop games, so I have no idea.
Yeah. But it's like the controller. The controller, out of all the system, the controller is what fascinates me the most.
Mm.
Because according to their schematics you can see online, the proper Sony printed ones, apparently there's a heartbeat sensor in the controller. And it's going to be mostly used for horror games.
That'd be sick. Imagine that.
So when your heartbeat is racing really fast, the game will slow down the jump scares and stuff. But if your heartbeat's not pumping, if your heartbeat and your pulse isn't pumping fast enough, everything increases.
Yeah, well, I'll be a 5-hour game for me would be 20 hours plus. It's
300 hours later.
In a half hour.
300 hours later. Dave, have you completed it yet? Because we need to talk about it. I think
nothing's jumping out at me.
Yeah, but also, apparently the triggers work completely different to any other controller.
Yeah.
Not even the new Xbox controller has this. Apparently. So, like, if you're playing Horizon Zero Dawn.
The bow.
Yeah, the bow or any other weapon you use, the triggers will react differently.
See, my thoughts, I feel like how different is it going to feel? Because they've entirely renamed it to the Dual Sense rather than the Dual Shock. So I feel like unless you're like leaps and bounds different, and it looks amazing, but it doesn't look leaps and bounds different from the DualShock 4. I just think like it has to feel different when you're playing that game to that game, and it's like, oh my god, it's vibrating in a way, or like you've got that bow pull, like, and it feels like it's got that retention.
Apparently, it depends on what type of bow you use.
Yeah.
So, say for instance, you're using a longbow, what takes more power to pull back. The trigger, in the way I can understand it, it sounds like the trigger will tense up. So when you press it down, it'll get harder to pull back.
Yeah.
And obviously, you let go, the game will let go. And for what I'd consider a sports bow, what's fast and easy to use, it'll just be like it is now. Just push down, let go.
Yeah.
But apparently, the controller vibrates from the tension in the bow. So I don't know.
What interests me is everyone knows PlayStation 3 had its, I wouldn't say it's downfall. It did good, but it was sort of beaten by Xbox. But PlayStation 4, they then come back and said it was for the players. I feel like, based on the footage, what was the? I said this before. That game they done. Oh, the Unreal Engine. That's not a real game, but based off that, it seems like they're making things more for the developers, so they can make a game that they want to create, rather than being like, well, I've got this limitation. Because if you actually speak to, well, I haven't spoken to developers, but like if you actually hear developers speak, sometimes they're like, oh yeah, we wanted to do this, but we couldn't. We have to scale it back. And perfect example we said earlier about Watch Dogs, and how the reveal of Watch Dogs had ray tracing or this and had a lot more to it, but when the actual game was scaled back, which you often see, you used to see a lot, I think PS2 era, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of games were just downgraded. Do you remember you're a racing fan, aren't you? Do you remember the old Need to Speed like undergrounds and stuff, where the cutscenes were like real video, and then you go back to like PS2 graphics, and you think like, well, I don't really get that, but that's what they wanted to do, then fine. But some games that make the cut scenes or something amazing, but then the game could not play like that.
Yeah.
See, PS5 seems like it's more developers like, oh, we want you to do this, no loading screens, and because here's something. Sorry. So apparently, a lot of the time, and I heard this. I don't know if you heard this, and this will interest you. The more you think about it, you kind of like, that makes so much sense to certain situations. So they said before, that it's going to be apparently SD or SSD. I don't know.
Solid state drive.
Yeah. So right now, the what we've got on the PlayStation 4 and previous, they had to build certain things to be like a loading screen. So you can go through like this room and that room and this room. In like certain games, they're like, oh well, this one has to load up. If you go through this, it has to load up, because otherwise it's got to like render the whole entire game. I talk as if I know like video games, that like how it's made, but it's like it has to render a whole map. And if you go into a building, then it has to render that and the map. So what it does is it just loads that building instead. So it's a lot easier for the developers. But apparently with like the new SSD, it can more do things like on a massive scale. So it doesn't limit the game and take you out of the game a little bit while it's loading. I mean, what do you do when there's a massive loading screen? Pick up your phone, don't you? You'll pick up your phone and it'll just say some like hint across the screen.
I usually take a power nap.
But it'll have like a little like an icon or something, or some image that you can flick through or whatever. And if you can load a game, my only one concern is apparently you can load like Spider-Man, which is like apparently I've not played it yet. Still, I really want to play it, but it's like a 40-second load time, can be like less than a second. I'm like, is that gonna look like lag? Is it gonna look like lag? You run and then it goes, and you think, what was that? It was a load screen. No, it would have been a 40-second load screen until half a second.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a smooth.
Let's hope so.
So, can I just show you something?
No.
So, while we're talking about the PS5, I'm doing research as well at the same time. And this website, I've been on a few times, and I know it's not really been wrong. If it's been wrong about 3 things, as long as it's been up and running, yeah, I'd be shocked. So this could be the actual PS5. I've seen all the fake images and everything.
Please don't be ugly.
I actually like it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Before I show you it, it does look like a panini press. You ready?
Okay, I'm interested.
You ready?
If this is it,
If this
fucking
is
consoles.
it's going to be amazing because it'll come in 2 colours off the bat.
What the fuck? I like it. It doesn't seem out of the ordinary.
See,
Oh,
this
I
is
don't know about that button. Don't know about that button. Yeah.
If it's there, it's going to be there. If not, then I think this is more for like. I feel like this is like a.
This is like a Panini, like sort of like George Foreman.
Yeah, you lift it up where the.
I don't hate it
underneath
though.
See, I think. Did you ever see that guy turn his old PS3 into a barbecue?
I want to say yeah, actually. I want to say yeah.
Let me see if I can find it because it wasn't a barbecue. It was a PS3 grill.
So you never know with like consoles, they'll do something wrong and then they'll bring something back. So I'm thinking, well, they could do a button. To me, it makes no sense that they would do a button. I don't feel like they would do it.
Well, on the PS Pro, there's buttons on it, but they blend into the console. So are you not going to do that to your computer, or are you just going to be ignorant?
Mine randomly come up with something else, and I don't know how that affected the recording, but PS3 grill.
Yeah. That's because his PS3 broke. Anyway, to keep the shell.
Yeah. I played Xbox one time. One time in my life. I played Xbox around my friends one time, and he had the circle of death, yellow ring of death, what do you call it? Ring of fire. And it was one of those times that no one really had. It was early on in the Xbox 360 Live, and it was like, how the fuck to fix it? Da, da, da. I think he had one that broke and he had to buy another one. But it was like, I can't buy another one. They're well expensive. So anyway, he looked online and someone said, hug it, wrap it in a towel and hug it. And I'm pretty certain someone was trolling. Anyway, I don't know why. Us being young, we hugged the fuck out of it, and we put, because that's the thing. I've come around to stay at his for a weekend to smash out video games. The PS3, Xbox, PC, had the whole party system going on. Put the Xbox on the side, press the button. I was going to say beep. That's a PlayStation. It just come online. Like, you're thinking, fucking hell, you hugged the Xbox and it worked. What a weird. But I think what it was, from my understanding, was the spindle, what holds the CD, was like prone to being bad. I'm sure someone will correct me on that, but it was prone to sort of getting loose or something. Or just by you hugging it, it crushes it in, which is terrible. And it broke again after that. But
see, the PS3 and Xbox 360 were the two worst game consoles for making games and having faults.
What PS3 and Xbox 360, you say?
Yeah,
that's true.
The game developers struggled making games for the PS3.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Xbox had more games than the PS3 did.
Yeah.
But now it's vice versa.
It completely, yeah.
And what the fuck?
I mean, what culture gaming? Jules done a little video of like a tongue-in-cheek joke of like exclusives on the PlayStation, and then I'm a massive fanboy, but then he's done Xbox, and he had to flesh it out just because it was like so short. You think like, pick up Xbox. Fuck, I've never said that in my life. Pick up PlayStation. Fuck.
See,
don't sound like that.
See, I've got a Switch. I've got
I'm tired.
a PS4 Pro and an Xbox X. The Switch, I've got very few games for. I mean, some of the stuff I've got on my Switch, I won't class as games.
Yeah.
But the Xbox, I don't really buy games for it. I just pay for the Game Pass. The Game Pass is just simple and easy. But the PlayStation, I buy a game on disc, and if it's in sale, so I don't screw the disc up, I'll buy it again on sale as long as it's cheap enough.
Yeah.
So I don't mind doing that. It's the same thing with Last of Us. I'm going to buy Last of Us on the PlayStation, but as soon as it drops in price, like if it's in like the 2 for 30 in game or something,
Yeah.
I'm going to pick it up straight away and then go it on my shelf.
Yeah.
But as soon as they say Horizon Zero Dawn is up for pre-order and there's a collector's edition, I will sell my left arm to get the collector's edition. I will
You're honestly Horizon over Last of Us.
I will allow a stranger to punch me in the face for the money. I don't care how hard I get hit.
Can I be a stranger?
Well, if you want to buy the collector's edition for me, yeah. It's like see, Last of Us pissed me off because I didn't pre-order the collector's edition because they kept pushing the game back and further back and further back. So what was the point in pre-ordering the collector's edition just to get an email going, "Oh, we've refunded your money"?
Yeah.
Instead of going, "Well, we've pushed it back and we're keeping your order." They didn't. Yeah. They refunded, and as soon as it went back up for pre-order, all the collector's editions went again.
Well, I feel like that's due to a lot of people being like, "Well, fuck this then. I'm not doing it. We have no idea." Especially it could be. I mean, Last of Us it was a few months each time it got delayed. Some games have like pushed back a year or something, so you don't know when it's going to come out. So yeah, some people just want their money back. I understand it, but yeah, I'd have just been like, "Oh, it's fucking it's long. Just keep it as it is. Keep my money and then give it to me when it's coming out." I haven't actually pre-ordered Last of Us.
See, it's like the new Assassin's Creed.
Mm.
I can't pre-order that yet until Sony reveals the release date for the PS5.
Yeah.
I can't play it. I can't order it because if PS5 doesn't come out till December, end of November, December, I'm not going to wait an extra 2 months to play it on the PS5. I will buy it for the PS4.
Here's a question. I haven't actually looked into the news, but they delayed the conference thing, didn't they? It's going to be July 4th. Was it July 4th?
Supposed to be another day, yeah.
They delayed it. Has there been another date announced? Because I know this the current situation. They're doing it because of the protests.
They're waiting for all the protests and everything else to settle before they do a release. So I've got a funny feeling because
settle. I thought you said sell. Settle. Yeah.
They're running out of time. They are. They've got July, August, September, October. I'd say they come out about end of October, beginning of November. PS5s, the PlayStations.
Oh yeah, there was speculation it was supposed to be November. Yeah.
So that's 5 months. They want to get it out for Christmas. Which is
they want to bring it out before Christmas so they can sort of like you'll get the fanboys buying it instantly, and then you'll get like the people who may get it for Christmas a month later. So you sort of
See, people are worrying, saying, "Oh, COVID's not going to let the production happen." The thing is, Sony and Microsoft have factories what use robots to put the stuff together.
Yeah, I think they were saying it was resources though. So like them getting actual resources for it would be affected.
I think for something this big, they would have already overstocked on the resources.
True, but at the same time though, this is one thing I've always found. There's so many people who like, I don't know, so there's a company, they're like, "Oh, we're going to bring this out." And you've got millions of people going, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to buy this, can't wait to buy it." They'll bring 10,000 of the items out, and then a million people will buy it. And they're like, "Oh, we didn't expect that to be a thing." It's like they undersell it, which I get. They underbuy it so they don't waste money. But then I'm like, with PlayStation, it's going to do major numbers.
Yeah.
the amount of conversation about it. There's people going to buy 2s, 3s, 4s of the PlayStations.
Well,
I'm definitely getting it on release. So
when I bought my PS4, I couldn't get one in the stores. Everywhere was sold out. So I had to get mine off eBay off a guy who ordered a shit ton. Him and his son put money together, ordered a shit ton of them. Even though you're allowed to pre-order up to 2 at a time, they kept going back and ordering more. And they sold them for profit. I paid nearly £800 for my original PlayStation 4.
What deal? Why?
Because it was it had 2 controllers and it had the camera as well.
Oh, well, yeah, that's like £50. The camera's £50. Another controller's
Camera's closer to 100.
Is it?
Yeah, the camera's stupidly expensive.
I bought the camera years ago. I swear it wasn't £100.
Unless I'm on about the newest one. So I've got both. I've got the cubed one, and I've got the circular one. And we can.
I mean, is there even 2? I don't know. I've got a long bar.
Yeah, you've got the cube one. 79.
Never fucking used
the round one is
it?
And the block one is £60.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty certain I bought it for like £50 years ago, and I've never fucking used it. Shit. No, what is it? What was that? Like the robot?
Playroom.
Playroom. I think that's the only thing I was like, oh, yeah. That's to me, that was like PlayStation 3 with the, the motion, like moving the controller around. And there's they put that on the controller, but no one used it. And then like the PlayStation pad, not that many people have used that, and the voice coming through the controller on the DualShock 4. Excuse me, DualShock 4. Not that many people have used it, and I just feel like, well, I've not used the fucking camera, so it's fucking pointless. They make these things, but
well, that doesn't look like a fake advertisement.
What is it?
Well, I'll show you after the thing because I don't want to put a bad name out for this person. But yeah, I mean, do you want to end it here? It's been nearly a 2-hour episode.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll split it down, but yeah, no problem.
Yeah, well, then we can, if you've got lunch plans, we can.
Yes, I've got a little run.
You can go freshen up and do what you need to do, and then when you get back, we'll do some more recording.
What do you mean freshen up? I look fresh as fuck with my big up the orange team.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we've done well today.
Yes.
So, do you want to do the outro, or do you want me to do it?
Nah, you do. I've done the intro.
So, this has been the Dave and Josh show. Obviously, this is the first one we've done since a week and a half ago. We had a week off. So please join us again for more videos, and like our solo pages. Dave's is
Reckless Snake, all one word.
Mine is Alton Josh 1992 with hyphens between the Alton and 1992. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. If not, dislikes all right as well. You know, we're easy. Thank you, and catch you later.
Bye.
Adios.